Hey, December 14th, just before Christmas, and today we have delivered a nice present to the Zambrano family. We're sitting here with Edna. Edna, we met a few months ago. Your mother and your father were going through some issues that they could not obviously afford the house. And we met and we told you about our operation and what we do and so on. I want you to first share with us what was your feelings back then when we first met. Did you actually believe we can perform the walking away cards that we presented you today?
Well, first of all, we want to say thank you so much, Ronnie. We really appreciated all your help.
Thank you.
And I think that was more than of a promise what you presented to us. You gave us some facts. We looked at the options we had, and you presented the best one. From that time, we just trust absolutely in your work, your results, and yes, we think that we accomplished what you promised. And besides being a blessing, we feel that you did a wonderful job. We actually were relaxed, waiting for your phone calls, and everything was really smooth. And thank you once again.
Okay, now tell me a little bit about the actual process. Were you guided? We had issues with power of attorneys and so on. Were you guided step by step? And were you notified for every step, what's behind it, and why we're doing any steps that we do?
We did, and actually, honestly, Ronnie, we felt more comfortable when you said that you had an attorney leading as well all the advices regarding power of attorney.
So you did meet with the attorney prior to actually entering into a transaction, and the attorney did give you some background and the basis for how the transaction will move.
We did, and actually he was very kind, friendly attorney, wonderful. We met him with my mom, and he explained everything to us. And this one I think was a kind of hard situation because my dad was outside of Florida because of medical conditions, but still Ronnie and the attorney helped us all the way, prepare everything we needed to prepare. And he's a very knowledgeable person as long, we presented all the paperwork and everything worked out great.
That's great. Did you feel at any time that, how would you rate the service and the knowledge? Particularly, I want you to share with us as to, were you answered on time? Did you call? Did you get a phone call immediately after? Were you filled up with the information? Were you always on top of things throughout the whole process? That was a long process because remember we had 2 mortgages.
Ronnie, I want to let people know that you are the most amazing person.
Wow.
Answering phone calls and returning phone calls. I never expected to get like you answering me right away, and you did. And thank you so much because you never let us like pending for weeks or days. No, the same day you will return our phone calls, and that was great. Also, I want to tell people that I took my own initiative, and I even called the bank one time when I got a phone call, and they actually were saying, we are giving you congratulations because you are close to the closing. So I feel more like comfortable that everybody was in the same page.
That's great. You want to share with us more or less what was the amount that we owed the first mortgage? More or less.
Around $330,000.
And the second mortgage?
Around 60 something.
So combined, it's about $400,000, right?
Right.
And today you're doing the closing, you're selling the property. How much would you owe to those to the banks that you owe them for $400,000? How much are you walking away with?
Well, right now with zero. We don't
Zero.
have
So
any. No.
the paper is clearly telling you that you're walking away and you owe nothing to the banks.
Well, Ronnie, you made sure that we received the approval letter with the paragraph saying that they were not.
Well, we could not guarantee it, but we will do anything possible, obviously, to make sure that I will try to get the best results for you. And today, you're literally walking away from $400,000.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
And a question: throughout the whole process, how much did it cost you to do the whole process?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? Nothing, zero,
well, I didn't pay anything to Ronnie.
$1, nothing?
Nothing. Honestly, I
Nothing.
pay nothing.
Wow. And I know that you are in kind of a consulting business and so on.
Yeah.
And you're a businesswoman and your husband is a businessman. And you can estimate the amount of work and the hourly time that we had to put into it from A to Z. And by now you could probably realize, if I ask you how many hours, what would you say immediately? What do you think, how many hours would took us between the banks and so on to complete it? Is it 100, 200, 500? How many hours do you think?
Well, I think that at least to do all this, I think that around 100 hours.
Well, you are right. The average is about 145 hours to complete the
Exactly.
transaction. Depends how many loans are there and so on.
Right.
So in a way, you had attorneys, you had
Yes.
negotiators, you had runners, you had all these title people walking around the clock to make sure that you will walk away satisfied.
Yes.
And for all these things, you paid zero.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Ronnie. No.
Nothing.
No.
Didn't give me any money. Did I ask for any money?
Never.
Ever.
Never.
Okay.
Not even the attorney.
So isn't it crazy? Someone is putting all this time and money and not getting a penny. Obviously, we both know that in my business, we are trying to help as much as we can. So, but sometimes, like we did in your situation, we did not buy the property direct. So we did not make anything out of buying your property other than the real estate commission. Yet, we made sure that you are walking away from 400,000. When we met this morning, you shared with me a little bit about what your father and your mother in South America are feeling today. Would you like to share with us their feeling as they know that we're closing today?
Yes, they are. Since you called me last week telling me that the closing was going to be today, we have been praying and saying thank you so much, Ronnie. This is the best Christmas gift. It's a relief. My dad has a medical conditions, and I think that with this, he feels so much relief. And we say one again, we want to invite you and your family and everybody to visit our country, and you have everything free. We are really, really happy and thankful for everything you did. And honestly, this is the best way you can work something out for.
I appreciate that. That's more than what I've expected, because that's my, in a way, my reward.
Yes.
Now, if I had to ask you as to if you need to rate, let's say our knowledge between 0 to 10, what's our knowledge rate would be?
10 plus.
Wow.
Yes.
What about service?
10 plus.
Wow. What about delivering after promises?
10 plus.
So overall, would you tell us, please, what would be your experience dealing with us doing this transaction?
It was a comfortable experience, truthful, and everything that I was told that was going to happen, it happened in the best way. And Ronnie put all the good intentions plus his professionalism, his work.
Wow.
And I'm so glad. I know you had to, afford some attorney's fees. We did not pay anything of that, and this is a good example of a businessman in this kind of situation, market.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
No, thank you.